No, seriously, are you ready?
I've been ready.
Come on, don't give me any of your crap.
Come on, we're wasting people's time.
Hi there. Thanks for diving into Two Peas, Same Pod, the humorous podcast of family unity that proves we're all in this comedic roller coaster of life together. Here are your hosts, the father and daughter duo, Eric and Tovah Weinstein.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Oh, please. All right, let's go.
You were there the day I was born, I think.
I was. I delivered Josh, but to you, I was just an innocent bystander.
You delivered Josh.
You know that.
Our listeners don't know that story, but maybe we don't have to get into that because that's...
We'll be getting into that story, no doubt.
Later in...
We'll have a special guest on, Josh, and we'll talk about the day
bald
you arrived.
man.
Why do you always go there?
Yeah, so in our first episode, I think I referred to his baldness, and my dad referred to his baldness, and I just wanted to say that Franklin I think he loves bald men, because every single time my dad or my brother, mostly my dad, sitting on the couch just at night, Franklin will go up to them and just start going to town, licking their head, just licking it, and his tongue is so coarse and it tickles, right? It tickles.
It's not that coarse.
It tickles me, and I'm like, frick it, get the hell off of me. But he's just going to town on your head.
Maybe you should shave your head and see what he does to your head.
I was thinking about getting a haircut. I actually texted my roommates. I was like, I should cut it all off.
Cut it all off?
No.
Hey, but, you have long hair, so maybe you could use a little trim.
Thank you. It is long.
Like the other night when you cut off some of the dead ends yourself.
Oh, yeah. I need to do that again. I just constantly need a haircut. Okay. Let's get into it.
So, first of all, let's say hello and welcome to Two Peas.
Same Pod.
We're your hosts, Eric Weinstein.
And Tovah Weinstein. Thank you so much for listening to the first Amuse-Bouche.
Amuse-Bouche. Yeah,
which means what?
It's like an appetizer, a savory appetizer. Salty, not sweet.
Okay, that's my type of appetizer. Who wants a sweet appetizer?
I know,
Sweet
but
comes after dinner.
And you're salty anyway.
What, my attitude?
Yes, exactly.
People at work would disagree. They often say that I'm a very positive person. My positivity radiates onto them.
Well, you certainly have them fooled, as you do your customers, because you're doing so well.
Some of my customers, they'll be like, oh, you're so positive. Do you go home and bang your head against the wall? And I'm like, yeah.
No, you come home and make us bang our heads against the wall.
I start poking you. I start tickling your head. I start eating the food when it's not ready. You get all sorts of pissed off.
Tova knows exactly how to push our buttons.
Let's get into it. So some of the recent things I've been seeing on my social media.
Why are you talking like that?
I like to put emphasis on certain words. Make it fun. Positive.
Okay.
So when we also were talking about the stupid comedian Matt Rife?
Oh, yes.
So he's getting canceled, canceled.
Why?
And in the beginning of his comedy special, he told the story that he was in the restaurant with his friend and his female server had a black eye, and they made a joke how would they let her serve them, and they should send her to the back in the kitchen to cook food and avoid talking to the customer because she had a black eye.
So he's getting canceled now?
And he said he was...
Well, that's just rude.
He said he was just testing the waters to see if the audience was fun. But his audience is all female. And he was like, maybe if she was a good cook, she wouldn't have a black eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
Yeah, so he's a schmuck. He's getting bashed online, and he's getting backlash also because he told a 6-year-old that Santa wasn't real and that his mom was buying him presents from her OnlyFans.
Oh, geez. But a 6-year-old wouldn't know what OnlyFans is.
I don't know, but he's crazy for going back and forth with this 6-year-old. This poor, this mother's just providing, and I respect her, trying to give her a profession and provide for her kid. And Matt Rife was just Santa's not real, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess you could say this kid, I think, started going at him, but this guy's 20-something. He should not be going at a 6-year-old.
Nobody should be going at a 6-year-old, but I think when you were 6 years old, you were blabbing to your classmates that Santa wasn't real.
Yeah.
I think we had to go meet with the teacher and tell you to pull it back.
I actually told Nick that story the other day. So when I was in kindergarten, this was the first time I got my recess taken away from me. We had like traffic. I remember this. We had like a traffic light, green, yellow, red. Mm-hmm. And yellow was like a warning, and red was like you lose your recess, like you're in trouble. And apparently, I forget what happened, but I told this girl, I think she was like said something, and I was like, oh, whatever. And I was like, oh, Santa's not real. This was kindergarten.
Yeah, you were a bully back then.
And then later, I was still like kind of friends with this girl. And later in high school, she told me that her parents told her to come up to me in kindergarten and tell her that Santa's not real because the Jews killed Jesus in kindergarten.
Okay, well, first of all, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Even the Vatican has said that's not
So
the case.
I don't know.
Okay.
You actually sent me this article, Big Bang Theory star Kate.
Oh, Kate Micucci.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. That's so sad.
It is sad, but she says she's going to be doing okay.
Yeah, she reveals lung cancer diagnosis after never smoked a cigarette in her whole life.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I had an aunt, my Aunt Frances, who also did not smoke, and she had lung cancer. She died from lung cancer. She said it was, I remember during the course of treatment, she said it was like wearing a vest filled with nails poking inward. It's just a terrible situation. And unfortunately, our friend Wendy, passed away from lung cancer as well. So, and she was not a smoker.
What the hell? T Swift.
Oh, please. She and her boy, Travis Kelce. Ugh.
What? Why?
I just don't. I think this whole thing is a show.
You have a negative opinion on everyone.
No, I don't have a negative opinion. I just don't like him.
Why, though? Why? What about him?
Okay, just about Taylor Swift, I am without an opinion. In other words, I know she's popular, and that's fine. For her fans, that's great. It's just not my type of music, as you know.
Story, baby.
Okay, so it's just not my type of music. But Travis Kelce always struck me as a guy prior to this whole thing is an attention hog, and to me, this just seems to be a way for him to get even more attention. And when I see them together, I just don't get the sense that they're truly in love. That this is really a byproduct of the NFL media office and Taylor Swift's media people trying to get more football players as T Swift fans, and more T Swift fans is more important for the NFL to become NFL fans, and this is how they're doing it.
That's a really hot take that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, it's not so hot because everybody's talking about it.
It's the hottest.
It's kind of cold.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think their relationship is moving awfully fast. People are like, I think I heard someone refer to her, him or her, one of them referred to each other as like wife or husband.
Well, that would be interesting. We do have a justice of the peace in the family who could perform the ceremony.
And she's hooking it up for my future.
Shout out to justicejerry.com.
Justice Jerry.
That's just GERI.com.
She's going to be one of our first guests, but we're going to have to prep her a little bit.
Justice Jerry is my mother.
Like me, she might not have a filter, and we just let it fly. We like to have some fun banter. We laugh. We cry. We laugh. We drink strawberry smoothies.
Please. Okay.
So we're going to be introducing our segment P of the Day. P of the Day is things that we don't like. Before we actually get into like things we don't like, children, but also why did Mom decorate the house for Hanukkah?
What do you mean decorate?
She went all out this year.
Okay, by all out, you mean she put a little Lutka Larry doll.
Lutka Larry comes to you.
I forget the words to Lutka Larry's song, but you squeeze his hand and he sings a little song.
Squeezes.
About Lutkis. And she put out a couple of like stuffed dreidels and a
bear.
Oh, that's right, a bear with a yarmulke.
And a Star of David little tablecloth.
Okay, but it's all internal, just around, just to celebrate the holiday, the festival of lights.
But Hanukkah's not that big a deal.
It is not.
Yeah.
I agree.
Unfortunately, that's just our opinions on it. It's Hanukkah every day in our house. Am I right?
It seems to be, at least according to Mom and my credit card bill.
Yeah. A P.
Okay.
Seasonal festive foods.
By the way, that's PEA.
PEA.
Like 2 P's, same part.
Or PEAV, peeve. Like a peeve.
No, that's PEAVE.
Oh. Silent E kills everything.
Yes, it does. It's the silent killer.
Festive foods.
What about festive foods?
Candy canes.
Nah, I can't have mint. So
What?
You know I can't have mint.
Since when?
Since 2003.
Do you remember the exact day?
It was in October.
And why can't you have mint?
I have an ulcer, and mint tends to aggravate it.
Okay, but you like to eat Andy's mints, the chocolate mints.
Yeah, but the mint is very, very
Is
weak.
it artificial?
Well, I'm sure it must have artificial flavoring in it.
I'm sure
There's
lot of things have artificial
Yeah,
things.
I'm not sure that there's a lot of real mint showing up in mint candies.
What
But
about mojitos?
I don't drink mojitos.
You don't drink.
Not much, no.
And they want to go on an all-inclusive cruise without me.
Yes, and we may very well. But we go on cruises. We've cruised plenty of times, and I can have a good time without having a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And they definitely water down their alcohol on cruise ships.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's why. That's why.
I had
with
like 14 drinks one day and didn't
please.
feel nothing.
That's right. On the all-inclusive on Princess, if you get the drink plan, they max you out at 15 drinks per 24-hour period. But if they think somebody can drink 15 drinks, then it's probably not because they're an alcoholic. It's probably because they've watered down the liquor so much.
Yeah, seriously. And
Yeah.
they can't be counting the little champagne glasses they're coming around with, not charging to the room, handing off. So
Yeah, I've never had that. You mean when we're pulling away from the port when we depart?
They do that, but they also do a champagne fountain. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
in the
that's right.
promenade.
Yeah, and
What is it called?
I think is it the promenade deck
The
or is it the piazza?
The piazza.
That's the Love Boat theme.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, on the
I'm
last
23.
cruise. I know, but in the last cruise, Mom and I told you and Josh to put on an episode. They play on Princess Cruise Lines. They play Love Boat episodes on their closed circuit system. So at any time during the day or night, you could put the television on in your cabin and watch an episode
When
of the Love
did you
Boat.
tell us to watch that? I was probably at the casino.
No. I mean, when we were on the ship, we mentioned it. But you people, typically, you're doing what you're doing, which is not listening to us.
Not listening and spending money at the casino.
Yeah, but that was your own money or Josh's money. That was not my money.
I think I spent Josh's money.
Yeah, that was not because that's something that we don't.
No, I think I did pawn you guys out of like a couple. Like
I think Mom might have slipped you some.
Yeah,
you
I
needed
think
some
she did.
cash, and we had some cash, but
Yeah.
we didn't want to use the onboard ATM and pay those fees.
Oh my God, an arm and a leg for that.
Please,
You won't. You don't even like paying $3 ATM fees for Acapulco's.
Oh, don't go there.
One time we just wanted Mexican food, and they were only taking cash for some reason. And we went to the ATM, and he was like, "God damn it, $3 ATM fee!" And then he lectured me on like for an hour about how $3 is a what was it? It's a $3 is $3 back in your day, like $3.
$3 will go a long way. That cup at Starbucks right there probably cost you more. But,
Yeah, that was like $6. It's a cappuccino.
Oh my God!
They charged me for my sugar-free vanilla syrup today, 80 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, so
They didn't charge you. They charged your mother.
Apple Pay.
God.
Apple Pay is the winner. It sponsored me and this podcast. Sponsored just me.
Yeah, pretty much.
So candy canes, seasonal foods.
No, I'm not a fan.
I don't like candy canes. We have a jar at work just sitting out there, and people are like, "Can I take a candy cane?" And I'm like, "Take them all."
Yeah.
I'm literally like, "Take as many as you want."
I mean, the best holiday food out there really is Halloween.
Candy corn?
No, just candy in general, right? We have a
I'm
tremendous.
talking about seasonal festive foods.
Okay, so candy cane isn't so much a food as it is a candy, and candy's not really food.
It's a
So what other-
festive candies then? Because I have candy corn, candy canes, Peeps, and matzah.
First of all, matzah is not a candy, but
It's a seasonal
although
festive food.
really you don't like the chocolate covered matzah.
Oh my God!
Okay,
what's
the matzah crack.
The new name that we're using,
What are we using? I don't know. I forget now.
chocolate covered matzah. We weren't using matzah crack.
Yeah, your mother doesn't like that, and I agree. That's
Yeah.
a little bit rough.
Because you don't like Bibble from Victorious.
Oh my God, that episode is the worst episode ever. They made Ariana Venti very very stupid in that show. They really dumbed her down, and it was offensive.
They just portrayed addiction very poorly.
I mean, generally in that show, they really made her appear to be an idiot. But in that particular episode, they really didn't handle somebody with an addiction. In fact, they were pushing it on her. It was
Go to the Bibble Factory.
And I like Charles Shaughnessy from Days of Our Lives and The Nanny.
Okay.
But I did not like him in that episode.
That's like sending Ruth on over to the Ozarks to the crack den when they're like, oh, go to the Bibble Factory.
Yeah, basically.
Go to the Snell farm.
The Snells.
I just finished Ozarks. That's why I'm making this reference.
Let's not spoil it for anybody
We
who hasn't seen
love
Ozark.
Jason Bateman.
We loved Ozark. Ozark was great, although you and I watched it at different times.
I know, but we love Jason Bateman. Do you think they'll do another season?
That's how it ends. We're not going to talk about how it ends,
Well,
though.
now I'm pissed off.
Okay, we don't talk about Bruno.
Better to be pissed off.
We don't talk
about Bruno.
Okay, next up on you.
So we didn't talk about matzah.
Well, I mean, I don't mind it, first of all.
You like bland foods.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. You like flavorful foods, but I feel like you like a cracker that doesn't have too much taste.
Okay.
And you like salsa, you like sausage. No.
I like spicy foods, and I like chili oil and chili crunch and, very hot salsas and hot sauces. But I do like a piece of matzah. At the appropriate...
I like a gluten-free matzah.
The gluten-free is good. It's made from potato, though.
Yeah,
so it's not really
kosher
matzah.
for Passover even.
Well, I don't know. It is kosher at Passover, but it's not kosher for use at the Seder table. But I like matzah, but I especially like the chocolate-covered matzah. So basically we take, and you can do this with saltines. You can do this with unsalted crackers of any sort, really. Mm-hmm. And although we haven't experimented during the year, we only do it at Passover time.
Because it's a special, you don't want to be eating. It's really good. It's hard to stop eating.
Yeah, you don't want this around. You take brown sugar and butter or margarine in our case, so it's dairy-free, and bring that to a boil. And then you pour it over sheets of matzah that you've put on a cookie tray. And then you cook that for 15 minutes. And then you take it out of the oven and you put chocolate chips on it. And then after 5 minutes, because that matzah and the stuff is really hot, after 5 minutes, those chocolate chips are pretty much melted, and you just smush them all around and you cover the matzah. And then some people, which I've been known to do, some people will put chopped almonds across some of them.
Sea salt?
Sea salt would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Some people do other sorts of kosher for Passover stuff, coconut and things. Or other people who are venturing off the reservation, observant for Passover to a point, might put M&Ms or other candy on it. But those M&Ms are not kosher for Passover.
Ooh, Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah, also not kosher for Passover. But that would be good. You could spread some peanut butter on top of the chocolate, and then you've got a chocolate peanut butter
right there.
And peanut butter, peanuts and peanut butter are an interesting thing for Passover, because some people feel that it's not kosher Passover because it's a legume, and most Ashkenazi Jews, would not eat legumes during Passover if they were observing the holiday truly. Sephardim or Sephardic Jews, they would eat legumes, although both your mom and I were raised eating peanuts and peanut butter on Passover or during Passover.
What about rice now? Because now you can eat rice, right?
I think rice, quinoa. We had quinoa last year.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at you guys.
Yeah, but mom's
Did it feel weird?
Yes, and mom's not ready for rice.
Another peeve I have that I think you can relate to, Chipotle, Kava, Sweet Greens. Their bowls, I think, sometimes are too small for the amount of food that they give. I have sensory issues, so when I go to even salads, I go to mix it up. I just feel like I can't truly enjoy it if my salad's overflowing or if my bowl's overflowing, because sometimes I want to mix it up, especially with salads. I want my dressing mixed in. Chipotle and Kava, I would like it mixed in, but I just feel like it's overflowing and I get stressed out. And at school, I had this big bowl that was my soup bowl, my sensory bowl. And I would just put all my salads and my soups in it, and there was a big bowl, and I would just eat out of it because I felt comfortable.
This is news to me, but...
What?
We have
those plate bowls,
yeah.
So we're able to eat with the walls of the bowl, and we can comfortably eat everything in the bowl. It's not overflowing. It's not going anywhere. It's not spilling off the side of your plate. You don't have to scrape the plate, get juice everywhere. It's in your bowl. You want everything in the bowl.
But the bowl has to be big enough to mix stuff up.
Yes, the bowl has to be big, and it's so frustrating when it's overflowing, because especially salads, like, pour the dressing on top, and then what? I grab a piece of half-dry lettuce, half with a clump of salad dressing on it, with no other onions, tomatoes, cucumbers. Pissed me off. And
Okay.
I just feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a big bowl.
Oh, and we like small utensils, though.
I do like a smaller fork.
We both prefer smaller utensils. Small.
Like when we say small,
spoons.
we're talking about the salad fork that comes
Yeah.
with your silverware as opposed to the dinner fork.
Yeah, that dinner forks scare me. It's too much. It's too much
It
power.
is. It's way too much prong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tines.
It's like hit the back of your teeth.
I don't need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna chip my crown off.
Oh, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, my color match crown.
Oh, God. Well, we haven't
No,
told
we
that
love
story,
them.
so we'll have to get to that in a future episode.
Yeah, but we can tell them that the same person who color matched my front tooth was the person who did Sean Evans, Captain America's teeth.
That's Chris Evans.
What?
Sean
Who's
Evans. He's the host of Hot Ones.
Oh, the hot ones with even hotter questions.
That's right.
Yeah, we need to get him on.
Oh, that would be fun.
So another peeve is that parents will complain about children buying things in different colors. Like, so if I have a sweater that I really like and I know fits really well, and then I get it in a couple different colors, like maybe like 4 other colors, I have 4 of the same sweater, and people are like, why do you need 4 of the same sweater? But you, the other day, ordered 6
5.
Yetis.
Oh, yes.
5 what?
Pairs of pants. I thought you were going to.
From where?
Land's End.
No, I was talking about the Yetis. Pants, you need pants. You don't have that many pants. But I'm talking about the surplus of hydration that we have. The hydration, what do you call them?
Vessels.
The vessels, the hydration vessels we have. We have Stanleys. We have my 2
Hold on.
Awalas. I love
Okay, the Stanleys and the Owalas are your fault.
Okay, I may have fallen victim to the TikTok trend, but I just got one. I think I just got the pink one to start, and then you got the gray one, then we got the blue one, then mom's getting the new fancy one with the handle and the multiple ways to drink out of it. But the surplus, I'm not worried about the surplus of Awalas or Stanleys. I'm worried about the Yetis. We have so many, and they all, what are they, 32 ounces, most of them?
No, we have a lot of 20 ounces, but some of
Yeah.
those have come from
Yeah.
people who have, businesses that either I do business with or your grandmother did business with. And,
Yeah, we have.
we have a lot of branded Yetis, meaning that they have somebody else's logo on them because they were made for that company. We also have 26-ounce Yetis that are stackable. And the reason we have those is because your mother's car's cup holders cannot accommodate.
Most cup holders, I think, standard size.
Because I drink from a 26-ounce Yeti that has a handle on it.
Yeah.
But but your mother's cup holders in her car will not accommodate the handle.
Okay.
So we had to get another one that
Is the handle
would fit.
too close to the bottom of the cup?
Yeah, it is. So that it.
Are you talking about the mug-looking one you
Yes.
have? Yeah.
Yes. We have a few of those. So we had to get these other ones. And then Yeti was discounting. We had to. And then Yeti was discounting their other line, their stackable line, I think, because they're moving away from that. We got a few of those on sale. They were kind of cheap. And then I got these little cute ones that you love. These little 8-ounce Yetis.
We have multiple Yetis under 10 fluid ounces. We have mugs.
No. Our mugs are 14 ounces. We have a couple of 10-ounce cups that we got as promos. And then we've got these little 8-ounce, these 2 8-ounce ones.
However many ounces, they don't fit in the one mugs. They don't fit in cup holders. We don't take them out of the house. And the small ones can fit Franklin's water, a dog's water bowl. They can't fit anything unless, I'll use them for my espresso like Josh said, but they hold nothing. There was no point in ordering 2 of them. Were they on sale?
I don't remember, but they're cute.
You got those full price?
I don't think I know. I wouldn't have paid full price for those. There's no way.
Okay.
I got them at the sales site.
Okay.
But in the meantime, they're cute. And, if you wanted a small cup of coffee and you don't want to drink a hardcore cup of coffee.
A mini cup of coffee. This is like a Chihuahua size cup of coffee.
8 ounces, it's a cup, baby. It's a cup. A full cup. I happen to drink.
Miniature. It's mom size. It's midget with a dog size. It's
Okay.
4'11".
Okay.
4'8". What's legal midget?
No, I think it was 410 or less.
I was going to talk about Ned's Declassified.
Oh my God!
And
Why
Subway
would you?
101.
Why would you do that?
Well, on Peeves, just like shows
Oh my God!
that you
Yeah,
used to hate that we watched.
Oh my God! Those two shows, the worst. Ned's Declassified was one of the all-time worst.
What about it? What
I don't
really
know.
peeved you off?
Peeved
I
don't know. There's something enormously annoying about that show.
Mose? Cookie? Ned? The principal? The kooky one?
Everybody on that show. And then the same thing with Zoe 103 or whatever the hell it's
Why?
called.
We love him.
Oh, God, no. We do
Victoria
not.
Justice.
She was good, and her sister Trenny was
Trenny.
fine. But that show sucked.
What? You don't like Jamie Lynn?
I'm not a fan of any of the
I'm not a
Spears.
fan. Actually, she was on Special Forces.
Oh, yeah.
I love that show. It's so fun. It's like they have to compete.
Maybe you should go on it.
I would not last a second. This season, do you know who Tara Reid is?
Yes, of course I know Tara Reid.
She was on it. She's short, right?
Yeah.
Am I talking about the right one?
Yeah.
She smokes cigarettes
Probably.
like often, and they're like that's contraband. And she started like freaking out. And then in one clip, the first episode, they show her like running away, like in slow mo, like she's trying to give it her all, but she can't. So she's running like as fast as she can, and she just like falls. She just falls, and like everyone's like,
I'm about to blow your mind.
blow it.
She used to date Tom Brady.
What?
Yep.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, before Tom had his son with Bridget Moynihan, he was dating Tara Reid.
I am at a loss for words.
Yeah, that's the first time. Were you going to talk about Big Time Rush?
I was going to throw that in there.
And
with
Gustavo?
The TV show. Gustavo Rock's one of our people. Remember when I went to the Natick Mall and I met...
Oh, and you and Allie stood in line forever to meet them before they were Big Time.
Before they were like Big Time Rush, but they weren't Big Time Rush, yeah.
They were just Big Time Rush.
Yeah,
they weren't big.
I would have
Rush.
loved to meet Gustavo Rocks.
It's too bad.
Yeah, I stood in line. I remember that day. It was like I think it's in the new part, like down where like the tree is, or like where the Apple store was. I think it was over there.
Okay.
And we waited, and
your mother waited with you because you were young.
Yeah, I was wearing like a Joseph Technicolor Dreamcoat, like stupid shirt. I used to listen to that album every night on repeat. And that's like how I used to watch the same movies.
That's right.
Well,
that's what you fell asleep to.
I fell asleep to Joseph. Now it's Zach Bryan.
By the way, featuring Donny Osmond.
Okay, Donny Osmond.
Because who else is going to play a famous historical Jewish figure than Donny Osmond?
Is he Jewish?
Far from it. He's Mormon.
Oh.
He's from Utah.
What about Ozzy Osbourne?
Okay, well, on that Ozzy Osbourne note, these are your hosts, Eric Weinstein
and Tovah Weinstein,
signing off and saying
peace out. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Two Peas, Same Pod, hosted by Eric and Tovah Weinstein. Please subscribe and join us next time as we continue to share humorous anecdotes, funny mishaps, and comical observations from our own lives.
Two Peas, Same Pod is produced by 1253 Studios, bringing sometimes humorous but always thought-provoking conversations to you through your favorite podcasting sites. Creative Content and Marketing Director, Tovah Weinstein. Executive Producer and Chief Editor, Eric Weinstein. Music by MBB. Find his work on YouTube by searching for MBB Music or at mbbmusic.com. Special thanks for the introduction, outro, and trailer voiceover to Jordan Rich of CBS Boston Radio and Chart Productions, providing audio and voiceover recording and production, as well as podcast production and support. Visit Jordan at chartproductions.com. Funding for Two Peas Same Pod is provided by the Law Office of Eric Weinstein and listeners like you. Please consider subscribing and supporting this podcast. Until we meet again, this was Two Peas, Same Pod, a 1253 Studios production.